There are different ways the mind interacts with language. And once you see this, your confusion will certainly disappear. Welcome back to Tamid Fluency Academy. So far, we've talked about fluency, the B2 plateau, grammar limits, and thinking in English. Now it's time to map the mental differences between advanced levels. Not what you know, but how you operate. So if this is the very first time you're here with me, please subscribe to the channel, thumbs up for this video, and turn on the little bell so every time I upload a video, you can be notified. Well, at B2 language is still the object of attention. You think about correctness, vocabulary choice, sentence structure. Your mind is busy managing language. B2 speakers speak with awareness, and that awareness creates conflict. Communication works, but it is effortful. Of course, I can give you an example over here, something concrete, something visual that you can understand what I'm talking about. Let's think about a statement like this. Communication works, but it's effortful, as I said previously. Well, let's picture a situation. You're in a meeting and your manager says, we need to delay the launch of the product. A B2 speaker, which the communication works, but it's effortful, the speaker can respond correctly, but look at what's happening internally. The B2 speaker might think, okay, delay, launch, should I say postpone or delay? Is because of correct here. Let me keep it simple so I don't mess up. All these things are, happening in B2 students, the B2 mind. What comes out? Yes, I understand we need to delay the launch because there are some problems. So here you have the correct sentence, it's clear, but it is mentally expensive, over monitored, and there is no nuance. The communication works, but it costs attention and energy. A C1 speaker, a communication with the communication that flows, the internal process of thinking is quite different. What's the implication? What response fits the situation? And probably what comes out is, okay, that makes sense. So we are pushing it back to address the issues, right? So that will be sounding natural, context aware, low cognitive effort, and focused on meaning and not form. So why this matters? Well, the B2 speaker is managing language, monitoring accuracy, and protecting themselves. The C1 speaker is managing interaction, shaping meaning, and responding strategically. At B2, you can communicate, but you pay for every sentence. The second thing is language. Let's talk about language as a tool. At C1, something shifts. Language stops being the object. It becomes a tool. You're less worried about mistakes and more focused on impact. So you adjust tone, register, and rhythm intuitively. Let's be honest. A C1 speaker think about effect, not form. Let's also talk about language as extension of identity. A C2 is not advanced C1. C2 is integration. Language is no longer something you use. It's something you live, you dwell, you inhabit. So you play with ambiguity, you understand subtext, you choose imprecision on purpose. And I think that at C2, language expresses who you are and not just what you know. So why most learners get stuck between levels? Most learners Try to reach C1 or C2 using B2 strategies. More rules, more input, more control, but higher levels require less control, not more. Fluency grows when trust replaces monitoring. Each level demands a psychological shift, not just a study time. And if you feel stuck, it's not because you're failing. You're probably using the right effort at the wrong level. Once you train the right cognitive mode, progress becomes natural. This is the Tamid Fluency Academy. Levels don't change with more English. They change with a different mindset.